Ladies and gentlemen, just a small update really quick. PAX East footage has been showing up online, and the Lackeys are in the game. This is good news. It spices the asymmetrical bit up of it. You know, there's not really too many asymmetricals out there with enemies that run around other than DBD with some of the killers. And I think this will be really good to spice up matches, whatnot, make them fun. Now, I'm about to be a little bit critical of the game. I know some of you out there can't handle that. Some of you can listen carefully. Don't get blown out of proportion because I'm getting ready to be a little negative. Well, you can take it as negativity. I'm just really passionate about the game and I want it to do well. That said, it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to enter the big top in terms of having a main map where you can either escape or go into the big top, which was originally thought and pitched on their website to go into the tent as an option of fighting back against the Klowns to take it to them as opposed to escaping. It was probably just too much. I can understand how this could be troublesome in terms of gameplay because having 3 Klowns trying to stop people from escaping off the normal part of the map and then also stop them from sabotaging the ship, that's way too much for just 3 Klowns to handle. So I could see why they dumbed that down a little bit. Now, as the big top may not be included as part of a match, like a normal match anymore, I think that the big top will probably be a whole map of its own. They're probably going to rework it from what it was originally designed to be by Teravision, and now Illfonic is probably going to just overhaul it to work as a singular, big, entire map. You know, they'd have to make it so you could go into the elevators and then your character would be transported to different partitions around the map canvas to, you know, give the illusion that you're going from various parts of the ship room to room to maybe have a section where you can go outside the tent and go around it and all that good stuff. But it seems like it's going to have to be a lot bigger than what it was originally going to be, whereas originally you were probably going around very choice few parts of the ship on a smaller scale just to sabotage it and then get back out again. Thinking about map sizes and how the gameplay objectives would work around a map, there would be no room to have a really huge big top interior and then have another main map section. It would be too much. But with it just being a map on its own, it could work. Now, from what we're getting, it looks like the game is now taking place in the aftermath of the Clown invasion, whereas before it looked like we were going to play the Clown invasion as it was kind of happening. That's why they wanted the NPCs in there to be running around freaking out. But now I think they've pushed the timeline a little bit forward, and now as the Klowns, the cocoons are already kind of laying around and you have to find them and put them on the machine. That's what's been talked about. I don't know how true and concrete that is because I can't see the live gameplay myself other than what people are showing online. I'm not there playing it, but I'm sure we'll hear more as the weekend kind of continues onward. But this is another issue because now it's like, okay, there's just the 7 survivors. It's going to feel kind of dumbed down, watered down. There's no chaos. There's just these 7 survivors. And it's a watered down, now very simple asymmetrical that we've already played before. I do worry that because the game has been reduced down to being just a simple asymmetrical that we've all played before, that the game may lack staying power if all the objectives on each map are just the same. Now, if they go the Helldivers 2 route and they make each map have their own objectives to kind of break things up and keep it interesting regarding which map you receive, then the game could have a lot of staying power. But I feel like if they treat it like every other asymmetrical and the objectives are just all the same through every map that we receive, it's not going to have much staying power. I think the variety is an essential ingredient in having the options there to engage with various objectives that are all different through each of the maps would really keep this game fresh. You know, having different NPC enemies other than the Lackeys, of course, would keep this game fresh. Now, this all could come down the road, different game modes, whatnot, to keep players engaged. You know, on a suburban map, you could fix up a car and drive it yourself to get out of the neighborhood. You know, you fix a car up and you drive out and that counts as an escape. That'd be really cool, right? A suburban neighborhood, there's cars around. It makes sense. Clowns could cotton candy up the door to a car. You can't get in it. They could lay down traps in the road, cotton candy traps in the road to slow the car down. You could have objective doors, like you have to open a gate in order to drive the car through, so somebody has to get out of the car, open the gate, which you might need a key for. It could be done. Treating the game like Helldivers 2, and I know that most of these devs have probably played that game, coming into a match with different objectives each time would be a very strong push for this game. For the genre in general, don't give us the same old thing again. Build upon the foundation. Do something different. You have to grow this genre. If the genre is doing the same thing over and over and over again, and the only thing that's winning people over is popular IP licenses, Dead by Daylight, but the foundation that we've been playing outside of those popular licenses has not been working, then you have to change the foundation. Like the escape routes and all the stuff that they have in there currently, that's fine, but do it differently on the other maps. The amusement park we know about, but don't have all those same things on the campsite map, on the suburban map, on the big top map. Change it up. Make every map different, and I assure you guys, something will happen. And take little things that have been successful in other games and implement that into this game. I think that's very important. Could that happen still? Maybe. Because if they come out with a big top map, you're going to have to do a little bit more than just, the objectives that they've shown us already in order to get out of the big top. You're going to have to sabotage the ship and then escape. And then maybe we'll get a cutscene of the ship going up, spinning, and exploding. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like there's NPCs in the game. And I don't feel like this is enough for Killer Klowns. It's just going to be the same old thing we've done before with a different coat of paint. And that is what I'm worried about. I'm not going to say too much more. We still have to see more, but I'm just going off of what we're starting to see. I am glad the Lackeys are still in there. That kind of spices things up again. But I don't think just the Lackeys by themselves are enough to make this game resonate and stick with people. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. It's going to be fun, right? Like, people from PAX are going to come back like, yeah, it's really fun, and this and that and this and that. But does it? Here's the main concern. My concern is not if that it's fun. My concern is, does it have staying power, right? We don't want just a good, okay game. People really want to see a great game, something that resonates and has not just is fun for 2 or 3 weeks and then you set it down and move on and Illfonic and everybody gets their money and happy days. But we want to see something that resonates and is huge, right? People want to play it not for just 2 or 3 weeks. They want to play it for months. Months could turn into years if it's nursed right. I think that's what people really want. They don't want a 2 or 3 week game and then set it down and collects dust. We want to see something great. So Illfonic, make something great. I know you guys could do it. You're getting there with Ghostbusters. Pull it all the way through. Like, fucking bust the doors down with Klowns. Do something great. Make it magnificent. I know this was really quick, but I just wanted to give my quick update after yesterday's video. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good one. I'll see you later.